Hello to whoever has decided to tune into this video. This is going to be a tarot and oracle reading regarding the Leo full moon, which is happening right now. It is 2026, but if you happen to be from the future and it is a Leo full moon now or coming up for you, then this video is for you. Not a lot of people tune into these, so hopefully there's something unique in here for you. Two things before I start. This is a very lazy video. I'm filming it on my laptop, so sorry about the quality. And also, if you hear any snoring, I have a sleeping dog on the floor. So now that's out of the way, let's get into it. So what is coming up for people for this Leo full moon? I'm going to cut the deck there. So we've got honoring your true feelings, body movement, and vacation. Feeling like vacation from the mind, for real. Honoring your true feeling. I can't speak. I'm so sorry. Honoring your true feelings. Body movement. Vacation. So, right now, you may feel that you're in a little in-between phase. So, you know, sometimes like when we have tied off all the loose ends from the past, we've done all the things, and we're about to jump into the future, but we're not quite there yet. It can be really, what's the word? Like stressful. Like we can get in our minds a little bit because like we're neither here nor there. We're in an in-between phase, and especially if you're an anxious person, like not having answers, not knowing what's going on, can, you know, just help your mind wander off a little bit further than what it needs to. So I feel like these cards are currently telling you to reel it in a little bit. A big part of like releasing anxiety is like literally card number 1, honoring your true feelings. You need to name the fear. Name what it is that you're stressed out about, and then answer the question. So if you're naming the fear, you know, I'm worried that, I don't know, that's a good example. I don't know, I'm worried about this thing, and I'm worried that it's not going to work out. Then you ask yourself, well, what if it doesn't work out then? What are you going to do? Get on with it. Or like, you know, it's going to be fine. Really, I hope that makes sense, but like if you question like yourself and like why you're worried, and really like get down to it, like logically, you know, is fine in the end. Like even if things like don't go your way, or how you like hoping or whatever, you're not gonna die. It's gonna be okay most of the time. So numero uno, we're gonna name the issue. And allow yourself to feel the fear, and then we move forward anyway. And then with body movement, I feel like that just reaffirms, you know, this like anxiety thing. Like sometimes like when you, especially me, like when you logically know that, you know, things are going to be okay, sometimes your body does not, and they're out of sync. And if you're not moving a lot, like that can add to that mental weight. So I think it's good to kind of like reel it back in, step number 2, and try and get back to our body. Like with this body movement card, like obviously like exercise, yoga, all that kind of stuff, but even just like meditation and like bringing your awareness back to your body, you know, these are like really simple things and just typical things, and like someone might be listening to this being like, yeah, like that's just like very average advice. But like sometimes the boring, average, typical, cheesy advice is the right advice, unfortunately. And that can make us a little bit more harder on ourselves, because we're like, well, this is so simple, I already know this anyway. But sometimes we just need a little reminder. And with vacation, like this to me is not necessarily about literally taking like a holiday or a vacation. This is about getting out of your current surroundings, out of your mind. So just do something different. Read a book, watch a show, like definitely get out of the house. Like this is very outside vibes. So that would be good if you can go for a little walk or just go to the beach. Like, you know, if you can't do something strenuous, like just get outside. Like even just go have a tea in your garden or something. Something that just you wouldn't normally do. Maybe it's there all the time, but you just don't do it. So that is my basic ass advice for today. Let's get into the tarot. What is coming up? So we got the 5 of Wands. Okay, conflict. This is reflecting, because the 5 of Wands is like conflict, and in like the typical like Rider-Waite tarot, it's a bunch of people fighting, like, and it looks similar to this card, actually, the body movement one, even though that's not necessarily about like conflict and stuff. This card just coming underneath it reminded me of that. So what is the conflict? Is it a mental conflict? Is it conflict outside of you? Got the 2 of Wands in reverse, weighing things up, and the Page of Wands. What have we got on the bottom? Got the 5 of Cups. Okay. What I was saying about like moving from the past, being in the in-between, and then going, you know, before we go forward. You know, sometimes you feel like a bit of like, I don't know what to do energy, or the anxious energy. But this is also giving sadness with like the 5 of Cups. This is like, you know, our brains are like focusing on what could have been or what we wanted. Like, you know, the 5 of Cups, I'll show you. It's got 3 cups there and 2 cups there. The 3 cups at the bottom are all tipped over and spilt, and he's very sad about it. But it's okay, because he has 2 there. His focus is not on them at the moment, but with time they will be. And this middle ground phase, like the in-between, where you don't really have too many responsibilities, you're just kind of waiting, this is a good time to grieve if you need to do that. Full moons, great time to have a little cry, because, you know, it's just like a lot of energy, the gravitational pull, all that kind of stuff makes us feel a little bit weird. So perfect time to have a little cry if you need one. And, you know, releasing those feelings will help you to move forward into the next chapter. So if there's anything that's like stirring right now, like just try and get it out, like journaling, creative stuff, like music, art, whatever. Give yourself a little voice memo, and just be honest with yourself and just get it out, get it away, and then we can move on. So yeah, don't be like afraid of your feelings. I don't know why I'm shuffling this again, but I'm gonna. We got the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, okay. There's something here that feels like a little bit out of control, or you feel out of control. Like, just at the mercy of the hands of the universe, basically. Which sucks. I feel that. What is the advice here? Because yeah, it's just telling me like the present, like there's this conflict, this like grieving, this sadness, and this like loss of control. But then I really think that the advice is like pretty well similar to like what I started off with, you know, like just you have to just name the feeling and accept the feeling, and you know, because sometimes there's like no other way but through. You just have to do it. Same with like the body movement. Like this card is just a movement card. Like you just straight through. Same with the Five of Wands. It's like there's no way else but through. So I think that that's just yeah, that's the vibe here. What's this Two of Wands and this Page of Wands? What are they telling us about? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes, so we've got like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. We've got the Fool. Things don't always go our way, unfortunately, and like that's okay because the wheel keeps turning. And sometimes, like when you're in this energy, when you're really sad and everything and the wheel keeps turning, it just feels like there's just like feeling that I'm getting here of like feeling like forgotten about in a way. It's just like the world is turning, but like your world is not. Or at least that's what's going on in your mind anyway. But with this Page of Wands, like this is like youthful, fun, inspired, forward-moving energy. And that's what comes like after these cards in the middle. I really just feel like this Fool card is just talking about this like new chapter that you're about to jump into, but have not quite yet. So I don't really feel like I need to clarify that one too much, but got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You know, with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, like this is just giving me like an unequal like give and take. So here it's like they're sharing and it's all flowing and even. I have my feelings about this, but I'm just going to pull some cards to just like reaffirm. Look at the Five of Pentacles here, which is like the universe is like, here you go. Do you want this thing or not? Literally. But there's just like this fear. It's like right there. Like, do you want to move into this next chapter? But like, it just feels like there's just something not quite right. Like there's like mixed emotions here. What is this? Okay, I think that some of this is like pressure that you're putting on yourself as well. We've got like the Seven of Wands here, which can be kind of just exhausting, feeling a little bit out of your element. So there's a diver there, but then there's these like mermaids that are like, yo, you're in our house, you're in our ocean. And he's like, yo, I've got like the equipment and everything. Like I'm equipped to be down here, but I'm not a mermaid. I'm kind of screwed here. So he's just trying to like defend himself a little bit and be like, I'm just exploring. But yeah, there's just like a cornered energy here. Feeling cornered, even by good things, in a weird way. Is this just like a fear of the past? Like, because I just keep thinking of this, like, things not being, like, reciprocated kind of vibe. Like, is this because of the past? This is something that has happened? Like, is this a continuation of this grief in the middle here that we've got? Or is it something else that's, like, actually happening? Sorry, this is not giving me very clear answers right now. The Empress. Okay. There comes a time where you need to like look up. And I know that's really hard. And I hope that I'm conveying what I'm saying like clearly here. But sometimes you just need to leave the past in the past. And if that means like right now for this like Leo full moon, like that's what it's bringing up in you, like because Leo is also like related to the ego as well. But Leo is also like very, very sensitive. So potentially like what I'm feeling right now is like maybe that this moon is bringing up fears from the past where maybe your ego was a little bit bruised in any kind of situation, at least like work, friends, love, life. Like, and you know, there comes like a point where you like obviously we have like our guard up after we get hurt with certain things. And that's like completely normal, but like there comes a point where you need to like decipher anxiety from intuition and like understand like when those walls are like making you get in your own way. Because like this pull here that I've got on the side, this is saying like that there is like some new juicy things on the horizon for you, but you're doing this for some reason. You might not physically be doing that, but mentally you're like bracing for impact kind of thing. It's like, I don't know about that. And like here as well, like just with these cards are just making me feel like the universe, it's like this feeling that the universe is like cornering you and trying to make you make a decision. Let's go a little deeper. For real. We got the Chariot, which is like big energy. Like we got the Chariot and the Empress. Forward moving, very fast forward moving. This is literally what I said. It's like the universe it's kind of like making you feel like you need to make a decision right now. It's like, yo, what you gonna do? So what you gonna do? We've got the Three of Swords in reversed. This is a good card. I mean, like this looks awful. So, like, this is, like, obviously a beached whale. It's very sad. This card is actually about, like, heartbreak and, like, sadness. And, yeah, just, like, grief. Like, just not feeling amazing. Like, but I don't know how else to describe that. But in reverse, like, this is a relief. This is the swords coming out of the heart, which is how it's usually depicted in, like, the Rider-Waite Tarot. It's the end of a painful cycle. So yeah, I just feel like the universe is trying to give you something good right now. But you're just kind of like, nope. I don't know what to do. Like, it's like paralysis. It's not really like turning away from the thing. It's just kind of like, yeah. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse, like, which I think is just, this reaffirms that Six of Pentacles reverse, where there's just this, like, disharmony here. But I don't know, I feel like these lesser cards are, like, pointing towards these fears of the past, because we have the Page of Wands here, which is, like, inspired action, you know, going out and doing the thing with, like, a youthful attitude. So you've got, like, I honestly feel like there's two choices here. And also, on that, even though I hope this isn't, like, stressing anyone out, where I'm like, the universe is trying to make you decide. If you don't decide, or, like, just decide to take, like, whatever this thing is, this opportunity, this job, this whatever, I believe that, you know, whatever's meant for us will always kind of realign. It might not be the exact same thing, but, you know, you'll find something else, like some other opportunity. But I feel this feeling, you know what I mean? I don't know what the hell this is. Like, this just feels like pressure. And then we've got the Six of Cups in reverse. This is a card about, like, nostalgia and, like, past lives and, like, just, like, past things coming up. I don't know. Like, this is, I hope that this is getting somewhere for someone. And I just realized that this has been going for a while, so sorry. Parenting and children in reversed. When I see this card come up, like, obviously depends on the person watching, but, you know, this could relate to a decision regarding kids if you have them or want them or something like that. But, you know, this could also relate to your parents and the way that you were brought up. Is there something here or something there in the past that is deterring you from moving forward in your life with your future? Is there something that is, like, skewed your mental space and, like, made you see things in, like, a way that isn't super realistic? Like, sure, like, it's good to have, I don't know, there's silver lining to terrible experiences because we can help other people who have, you know, who can relate to them. But sometimes, like, if we put walls up too high, like, Nothing good can come in. There's no light can come in. And then we've got letting go. Yeah, okay. There's something about the past here, like, definitely. That's just what I feel is fully being highlighted for you at this time. Like, there's something triggering you from the past, or something from the present that's coming up that's triggering your past. And it's kind of keeping you in like a, you know, freeze mode, this vibe. So I think the answer here is pretty clear. Like I said at the very beginning, we got to name the fear and then even follow it back to, you know, our childhood. Is there a time in my childhood where I felt, you know, this thing come up? Or is there something in my childhood that made me think that, you know, like I couldn't have this thing, or this thing wasn't safe, or, you know, like if you've been ingrained with like a lack mindset, like you can only, you know, work this type of job to be happy, as an example. And, you know, you can't get too big for your boots. You can't have tall poppy syndrome and go and do something like against the grain and make a lot of money that way. Like, you just have to stay in this energy. That's just like one example. But also it could relate to like trauma and stuff like that. Things that happened in our past that make us scared of things in the present or the future. So yeah, I think that there's this huge highlighting thing here, like especially with the ego. Like there's something regarding that. I mean, like the ego protects us, doesn't it? It's there to make us safe, but sometimes it can be a little bit too much because it closes us off from the good things, and it's blocks us from like feeling or like knowing how capable we are. I am going to pull a couple more oracle because I hope that I've answered this well, like all the stuff that's been coming up. Stand your ground. And then we have beauty. I want one more because I'm greedy. What have we got? Follow your dreams. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it. Self-explanatory, really. And with this stand your ground card, like if you feel like obviously use your discernment. Don't let me like, you know, if you know yourself and you know what you want to do and you're firm on that, then that's cool. But like for me, I think stand your ground is like standing firm on what you really want for yourself. Like do this reflection, do this inner work, understand like where these feelings are coming from, where you might be blocking yourself, and stand on that. That's what I feel like this is. Like see it through. Just do it. And beauty, I feel like this is a reminder to just be a bit more positive. Like, because sometimes we overwhelm ourselves with anxiety and we think of all the worst case scenarios, and it becomes like so cloudy and loud that it just completely blocks us off from what could be good and what could happen and what we could accomplish and what we could achieve. So really, your message right now is to just really take time to understand where these feelings are coming from, trace them back, see it, let yourself feel it, don't judge yourself for feeling it, because it's all just programming at the end of the day. Let it just fall away. But try to like start seeing like the light side of things. Try to see like the beauty in the situation, what could be. And, you know, in the same way where I was saying like, you know, ask yourself like, oh, but what am I going to do if this bad thing happens? You know, it'll be okay. And the same thing. Oh, what if it's so good? It'll be okay. I don't That's probably not making a lot of sense right now because my brain is switching off and I'm tired. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope that you got what you needed. I hope you got something at least from this reading. And, you know, have a happy full moon. Have a sick time. And I might see you in another one.